Shri Gurubhyo Namaha students. Welcome to Online Teaching Academy Ekalaiva. Today I am going to teach you the new chapter as algebra. New chapter as algebra. In that, first subdivision is a partial fraction. Right? What chapter I said? Today I am going to discuss algebra. The Arabic mathematician he discovered, so we name it as right? Algebra. Now, first I am going to explain what is rational, then what is partial fraction, right? Rational expression. Rational means what? Rational number means what? Any idea, children? Already you learned these things and all. Thus, I am going to refresh, right? Rational means a number can be written in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0, right? A number can be written in the form of P by Q, right? Here also the same. An expression of the form P of X by Q of X, where Q of X not equal to 0, right? Is called what? It's called rational algebraic expression. It's called rational algebraic expression. Rational algebraic expression. Then you people learn what is proper fraction. The degree of the normally proper fraction means what? Numerator is less than the denominator. Numerator is less than the denominator means that is proper. Here we are going to discuss in terms of algebra format the degree of the numerator. Degree of the numerator. Degree of the numerator, that is P of X, it comes under the function of polynomial, right? Is less than the degree of the denominator. If the degree of the numerator P of X is less than the degree of the denominator Q of X, is called proper fraction. This and all number, based on number right? Here we are going to discuss using the polynomial, so I mentioned the degree, right? A number less than the numerator less than the denominator means that is proper. The numerator greater than the denominator, right? That is improper. Numerator, the degree of the numerator, if the degree of the numerator is greater than the denominator, degree of the denominator, greater than the degree of the denominator is called what? Improper fraction. Right? Here I will give one example. I said polynomial, no? X by x plus 3 by, like that. The degree of the numerator is is less than the degree of the denominator. That means x plus 2 divided by x square minus 2. Example. What is the degree here? 1. What is the degree here? 2. Right. For your understanding purpose, I am writing this. Right, children? Now, if it is a improper fraction, can be expressed as a improper fraction. Improper fraction can be expressed. You know how to express whole number and the proper fraction, right? Express as a sum of integral function, sum of integral function and a proper fraction, proper fraction. I will write and show you how it is, right? Proper fraction. See, for example, p of x divided by q of x, that is improper fraction. Integral function should be represented by, the whole number should be represented by f of x plus r of x divided by q of x. For example, 10 by 3. How to write? 3 plus 1 by 3. Got it, children? 3 is your f of x, 1 is your r of x, 3 it is a q of x. Your what? What it is? Dividend, right? Dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? Now, the denominator contains non-repeated linear factor. First of all, what is partial fraction? You should know, right? Partial fraction. Partial fraction. First of all, whenever you are going to learn unknown concept, you should go into the known concept, then you will pass on to the unknown. That's why I explained what is proper, what is improper and all. Partial fraction. Express the sum or difference of two fractions that is a by, right? 1 minute, not a by. A by better I will write it in the number format, right? Write it in the number, right? 3 divided by x minus 1 and 2 divided by x minus 2 as a 4 divided by x minus 3 as a single fraction. Right? The sum or difference of two fractions. Got it, children? Say yes or no? Yeah. That is partial. Fraction. How to write partial fraction? First, I am going to explain the sum, right? 3 by x minus 1 plus 4 by x minus 3 equal to, you have to take LCM, x minus 1, x minus 3. Then 3 into x minus 3 plus 4 into x minus 1 equal to 3x minus 9 plus 4x minus 4 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 3. Right? Now what can you arrive? 3x plus 4x, 7x minus 13 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 3. Right? Express a sum or difference of two fractions as a single fraction. This one we call it as partial fraction. Right? Right? Two or more simpler. Writing a single fraction partial. I will explain again. Writing a single fraction, writing a single fraction, single this one, single fraction as a sum or difference of, as a sum or difference of two or more, two or more simpler fractions, simpler fractions is called splitting up to, splitting, how to segregate, separate, splitting up into partial fractions, right? Partial fractions. Single fraction you are going to split and write. That's all partial, right? Now I am going to enter into that exercise. Exercise 2.1. Just what is partial you should know. For that purpose I explained this and all, right? Exercise 2.1. Question number 1. Resolve into partial fractions for the following. 3x plus 7 divided by x square minus 3x plus 2. See, it is a single fraction, right? The denominator you have to see, it is a quadratic polynomial. First, I am going to factorize the quadratic polynomial. The quadratic I am going to express in terms of linear factor, linear polynomial, right? The quadratic polynomial I am going to express in terms of linear. How to express in terms of linear? You listen. Consider x square minus 3x plus 2. Sum equal to minus 3, that is coefficient of x. Product equal to coefficient of x square into constant. So you get it as 2. What are the possibilities for 2? 1, 2. Sum is negative, product positive. Both the numbers are negative. Now I am going to express in terms of linear, which is equal to x minus 1 into x minus 2. First, I convert the quadratic into the linear, right? Quadratic polynomial into a linear polynomial, that is product of linear polynomial. Now 3x plus 7 divided by x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 3x plus 7 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2. Now I convert the quadratic polynomial into a linear polynomial. You have to see the denominator. If the denominator can be factorized or the denominator contains non-repeated linear factor, denominator contains non-repeated linear factor. This is separate and this is separate. So I can write the thing as a sum of simpler fraction, that is a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 2. You don't bother about the rest of the thing. Here, the denominator is a non-repeated linear factor. So, I can write a by plus b by. Got it, children? Say yes or no. If the denominator is a quadratic polynomial, you should make it in terms of linear. After that, you have to check the linear factors. The denominator is non-repeated. So you can write a by plus b by. Anything you can take. You may ask, Miss, why can't you write a by x minus 2? Fine, you can write. Right? Nothing is wrong. Either you can write a by x minus 1 or a by x minus 2. The rest of the things it comes under the B. Right? Now, we are going to equalize 3x plus 7 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2. The left hand side and the right hand side, I made the denominator. Right hand side, I made the denominator as same what it exists in the left side. Right? If I modified, I can cancel. Directly, I can equate the numerator for that purpose. Got it? First step, what you did? You modify the quadratic polynomial into the linear. Then you separate, you wrote it in terms of singular. After that, you took the LCM in the right hand side. Now, what it exists in the format 3x plus 7 equal to a into x minus 1. Sorry, a into x minus 2. Am I right, children? Yes or no? Yeah. A into x minus 2, a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 1. Now I am going to teach you the simple method. You have to substitute. Put x is equal to 2. If I substitute x is equal to 2, I can get the value of b. Right? 3 into 2 plus 7 equal to a into 2 minus 2 plus b into 2 minus 1. It has vanished. Here, 6 plus 7, 13 equal to b. What is the value of b now? b equal to 13. Then you have to substitute x is equal to 1. Right? Substitution is easy. X is equal to 1. You can equate also both left and right. Right? X is equal to 1. Put x is equal to 1. 3 into 1 plus 7 equal to a into 1. A into 1 minus 2 plus b into 1 minus 1. B has vanished. Here it becomes 10 equal to minus A. A equal to minus 10. Got it, children? Say yes or no. Now you go and substitute the value of A and B. The single fraction you converted into sum of two simpler fraction. Got it, children? Sorry. Now what is your single fraction? 3x plus 7 divided by x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to minus 10 divided by x minus 1 plus 13 divided by x minus 2. Got it, children? The single fraction I convert and write it in terms of sum of two simpler fractions. Say yes or no? Yes. Now I am going to move to question number 2. Listen carefully, children. Question number 2. What it is given, you see, 4x plus 1 divided by x minus 2 into x plus 1. Here the denominator is non-repeated linear factor. So I can write a by x minus 2 plus b by x plus 1. Right? Say yes or no, children? Yes. Now I'm going to make the denominator in the right hand side how it exists in the left. The same way I am going to modify in the right also. A into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 2. Here it becomes x minus 2 into x plus 1. Look at the denominator and look at the denominator in both the sides, left side as well as the right hand side. They are equal. So you can cancel because in between equal is there. Right? Now, what should be the rest? 4x plus 1 equal to a into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 2. I want the value of a and b. So I am going to substitute, that is put x is equal to minus 1. If I substitute x is equal to minus 1, a is vanished. So 4 into minus 1 plus 1 equal to a into minus 1 plus 1 plus b into minus 1 minus 2. Got it, children? Say yes or no whether did you understand or not. A is vanished. Minus 3 equal to minus 3b. Minus 4 plus 1. So minus cancel. 3 cancel. Therefore b equal to 1. Once again I am going to teach you. You listen carefully. The question number 2, what it is given? The denominator is a non-repeated linear factor. So I wrote a by x minus 2 plus b by x plus 1. Then how it exists? The denominator in the left hand side the same way I modified in the right also. Finally, I arrived 4x plus 1 into a into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 2. I want the value of a. So a and b. So that first I substitute x is equal to minus 1. Next I am going to substitute x is equal to 2. 4 into 2 plus 1 equal to a into 2 plus 1 plus b into 2 minus 2. B vanished. Then what is your a? 9 equal to 3a. 9 equal to 3a. 3 ones are 3 threes are. So what is the value of a? A equal to 3. A equal to 3. The single fraction, I am going to write it in terms of two simpler fraction. X minus 2 into x plus 1 equal to 3 divided by x minus 2 plus 1 divided by x plus 1. Got it, children? Whether did you understand or not? Partial is nothing but a single fraction. We can write it in terms of two or more simpler fraction. Right? Now I am going to move to question number 4. Question number 4. What it gives you, you see question number 4. 1 divided by x square minus 1. See here your denominator is a quadratic polynomial. You can make it as a linear polynomial. First step. Right? 1 by x square minus 1. It represents your identity. So 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 1. Now your denominator is a non-repeated linear factor. So I am going to write it as a by x plus 1 plus b by x minus 1. Got it, children? Say yes or no. Now 1 by x plus 1 into x minus 1 equal to a into x minus 1 plus b into x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 into x minus 1. See here, I did what it exists in the left hand side denominator the same way I arrived in the right hand side. If I arrived, I can cancel easily, right, for that purpose. Now, 1 equal to a into x minus 1 plus b into x plus 1. Now, x is equal to 1. In the left hand side, you have no x. So, what number is there? That number you have to write. A into 1 minus 1 plus b into 1 plus 1. What can you get, children? A vanished. 1 equal to 2b. B equal to 1 by 2. Got it? Next. Substitute x is equal to or put x is equal to minus 1. Put x is equal to minus 1. 1 equal to a into minus 1 minus 1 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. Vanish. 1 equal to minus 2a. A equal to minus 1 by 2. Got it? Now, the single fraction. I wrote it in terms of simple fraction. What it is? Minus 1 by 2 into what? How I split that I want to know, right? 1 by x plus 1. A by x plus 1. So a is what? A is minus 1 by 2 divided by x plus 1 plus 1 by 2 divided by x minus 1. Got it, children? Say yes or no. The single fraction, we write it in terms of sum of the two simpler fraction. Some are different. Got it or not? Right. Did you understand, children? If the denominator is non-repeated linear factor, you can write a by plus b by. Got it, children? Okay, thank you, children. Tomorrow I will continue.